Watching TV with my dad, and my dad looked over at me and he was like, "Hey, you want to have some, you want some food? You want Pops to go get you some eggs or something?" I said, I would like some oatmeal in my belly because I like the oatmeal in the morning in my belly. I was mildly retarded when I was younger, yes. It's okay, just mildly. Just mildly. So my dad finally said, "You know what, I'm going to go get you a little breakfast, all right?" And then just the way he went to push himself off the couch, yeah, the road opened up like a show was about to begin. It was like, yeah. Opened up, and on this day, my dad decided to go sans underwear. He wasn't wearing any fucking underwear on this day. Now, you gotta remember, I'm just a little chap. I'm just a little boy. I'd never seen anything in my entire life except my own little setup, you know what I mean? And I had basic cable, if you know what I'm saying. He had the premier holy shit package. I looked at it, and guys, it was like cities in a downtown area. There was a wizard on a hilltop shooting lightning. There was mist coming off his taint. It was awful. And I just remember looking at this massive junk, just staring at it. And just, I wanted to look away, but I couldn't because it was like, it had a fucking tractor beam. My dad's balls like pulling me. I was like, I'm like a 19. I was like, what is this? No. My dad finally realized what was going on, and he quickly adjusted. He adjusted and said, He's just staring at me. Just a father and son at a crossroads of life. Because I was not the same boy that I was moments ago. I was no longer thinking of oatmeal in my belly. And I was thinking of tax time and things of that nature. Because I'd grown up in that moment. But I didn't know what to say. I was so uncomfortable. My dad was uncomfortable. And I'll never forget to this day, quote unquote, exactly what my dad said. He finally looked deep, deep within my eyes, and he finally, after a long beat, looked at me and he went like this. "Someday all this will be yours." Interesting thing, because I used to, you know, parents usually don't want you to play video games. That's one thing you get your balls busted about growing up. If you play too many video games, your parents always say, "Turn that shit off, get a job," right?
Yeah, Chris.
It was so different with my parents. My dad used to love watching me play video games. It was one of his favorite things to do. He used to request it. He would be like, Dane, play your gizmos, play your gadgets. Let me watch you play this shit, let me see it. And I would play the games, right? Now here's the thing, my favorite games, I like World War II games. I would like Call of Duty and Medal of Honor.
Nice.
Yeah, but here's the crazy part. I'm sitting playing these World War II games, sitting right next to my dad. My dad was fucking in World War II. Yeah, so it's wild. I'm running around the battlefield, shooting guys, killing them. My dad's just sitting there staring at the screen like... Yeah, he wouldn't say much, but every half hour or so he'd chime in and be like, "Hide behind that bush, Dane. I know that bush. Go behind the bush. Don't go in that barn. Don't fucking go in that barn. Don't do that. Go in the bush, Dane. We're gonna die. Go in the bush." My dad, you guys, I told that story a couple of years ago on a TV show. My dad calls me at like 7 the next morning. He calls me up and he goes like this. He goes, hey, listen. Why you tell people that I was in goddamn World War II? I was in Korea, Dane. What was I, 6 years old in World War II? Why don't you tell the truth? I was in Korea. I said, Dad, I had to take some artistic liberties because there's no cool video games about Korea. Nobody here's playing Operation Korea at 4 in the morning. What would that game be like? Just 40 guys sleeping in a tent going, when the fuck are we going home? What are we doing?
Oh,
what do you play, a 3-month boat trip through the Panama Canal? Yeah, that's a blast on multiplayer mode. Hey guys, where's the bonus rap in my race? I talk about these things, my dad, when he did serve, and I will say that I have more respect for our brave men and women that are in the military. They deserve all our support. I'm always talking back and forth with these guys, emailing and shit like that on the MySpace. I stick with the MySpace, by the way, because, yeah. I know that you guys I tried the Facebook and it freaked me out because like the other night for no reason like I was poked by a zombie. I didn't even know what the fuck that means. I don't know fucking zombies poking me. You know what I mean? The zombie wanted to pour me a drink after he poked me. What the goddamn hell is that about?
hate Facebook.
I couldn't do it. When people say to me, Dane, what's the one thing that you can't do that you would never... I say, I could never go to war. I couldn't go to war, and I'll tell you why right now. If you're saying, Dane, why? Is it because potentially you might have to kill another human being? No, I can do that. I can over it. Is it because, Dane, you might have to fire heavy weaponry? Are you intimidated? No, I could also participate in that. The reason that I could never go to war, in all sincerity, I couldn't go because I don't like backpacks. Yes.
Oh, Dane.
I find them to be very cumbersome and uncomfortable. It's just not conducive for fighting conditions for me. I also don't like heat. So the combination of heat and the backpack, I'm just going to bitch and moan the entire time. You don't want me on your team. The heat. I could fight in a war if there was a war somewhere balmy, somewhere comfortable, like maybe the War of Aruba. I would participate. I would fight in the War of Central Park in October. I would definitely fight in that. So long as I can have an assistant to carry my things. Geez, AK-47, fully loaded stuff. I couldn't do it, although, whenever I watch like a war movie or something, if I watch a war movie, I always there's one thing that I always see that I'd like to participate in. Whenever I see the soldier get the permission to speak freely, sir, I like that shit. I want to do that. Whenever I see that, I'm like, I would use that. I would definitely utilize that. And I would make it really a good one too. I'd wait for a couple of weeks, you know, really earn my drill sergeant's trust. You know, finally when he's walking by a couple of weeks in, I go, sir, permission to speak freely, sir. When he finally looks at me and he goes, permission granted, soldier, I'm going to go, oh, black medic, lamb a damn, oh, black medic. I'm going to do that for 11 minutes because I have permission to speak freely, sir. Oh, black medic, lamb a damn. I have permission to speak freely, sir. I don't even know why we're fighting in regular wars in this day and age with some of the technology we have. I watched the show Future Weapons the other day. Did you see that with the smart bullet? How they have these bullets, and every single bullet, there's a fucking microchip inside the bullet. And if you shoot at your enemy and the enemy runs around the corner, the bullet goes around the fucking corner. The bullet will hover there and wait for that dude. Smart bullet. You're walking with your platoon, you see some shell casings. Oh look, guys, the enemy was over here. A couple of casings. Yeah, they were definitely... Oh shit! Fucking A. Oh, black medic, lamb and ham. I watched an entire documentary. One thing that just always blows me away. I was watching a whole thing about like Revolutionary War the other day. It's like, I didn't know how guys fight in this day and age, let alone back then. People didn't even know what the fuck was going on. There was no technology. During the Civil War, people just showed up at your door, right? You don't come to, hey, listen, Jack, we're gonna go. We're at war right now. What? What do you mean? I'm not ready. We're gonna go right now. Do we have uniforms? No, we're your fucking overalls. We're gonna go. I don't even have a weapon. Just grab your lantern. Your lantern guy. Hi, honey, we're at war. I guess. I'm gonna go.